Sometimes in life, it isn't bad to always be the bridesmaid, to always be finishing second, especially if another golf league develops and now you become first. Today, on Big Boy Pants Golf, we're going to discuss the powerful rise of Tony Finau now that there's another golf tour. This is going to be a shorter video because recently, in the past few weeks or so, I started going back to the gym. Today, I did 5 sets of squats, very lightweight, but it still resulted in me being in the fetal position for about 3 hours afterwards, wondering if maybe I needed an ambulance. At bare minimum, I needed one of those oxygen masks. I used to work out at one of those more senior type gyms where you didn't feel pressure to lift heavy weight. My joke there is that the main form of cardio was going into cardiac arrest. If you thought that was funny, subscribe. If you were offended, share and like this video. Anyway, I did 5 sets of squats. 30 minutes into my workout, I started feeling very lightheaded. Figured I need some food. Went home, ate some food. Halfway through my meal, I just had to get on the ground and just lay there. But being a true LIV Golf supporter, I still used the last of my energy to find the broadcast on YouTube, and I watched it, and I realized that Henrik Stenson is dominating. I also realized when I checked out PGAtour.com, a website I used to check out first thing every morning, that Tony Finau is back with another chance to win. Back-to-back weeks, he's tied for first. But taking a deeper look into the numbers behind Tony's win last week and the background of the tournament in terms of official world golf ranking points this week, you can see that yes, Tony's winning more, but you have to win more with these top players now on the LIV Golf Tour because the fields are so diluted. The strength of field points for each tournament is almost halved. Let me show you what I mean. So last week, Tony wins the 3M Open. The strength of field is 113, and he won 26 points for finishing first. The Kalamazoo Classic, the DP World Tour tournament, was won by Richie Ramsey. The strength of field was 18 points, and the points won were 24. Riddle me this, Batman. How do you have a strength of field for the DP World Tour that's 1/6 as strong as the PGA Tour, but only have 2 points less for first place? It seems you can just go over to the DP World Tour and beat up on a bunch of people you've never heard of before and just load up on official world golf ranking points being a big fish in a small pond. That seems like it's more advantageous to help get you into big tournaments, including the majors. Maybe they need to reanalyze this whole point outlay. Numbers don't lie unless you manipulate them. I actually learned that special effect where I push the charts apart from the latest Jurassic World movie. For the record, I haven't manipulated these numbers. Let's analyze them together. On the left, we have the 3M Open official world golf ranking chart from last year when Cameron Champ won. The strength of field was 222 points. Cameron Champ won 40 points. And 11th place, there were 5 guys tied for 11th. They each won 4.44 points. Now, on the right, we have the 3M Open chart from this year when Tony Finau won. Notice he only won 26 points, and the strength of field is 113 points, almost exactly half of last year. 11th place, and this is apples to apples because in both years there were 5 guys tied for 11th. Now, instead of getting 4.44 points each, they only got 2.888. Tony wins a PGA Tour event, and the point system is so weak that he only goes from 17th in the world to 16th, only up 1 spot. Focusing on the field of the 3M Open this year, it's basically, who are these guys? You got Tony Finau, used to always finish second, now he's winning. In contention, tied for first this week. Sung Jae Im, I've heard of him. Emiliano Grillo, he's won once, I think. Tom Hoagie, he won against the Saudi Invitational field when he won the Pebble Beach. Danny Willett won the Masters and you haven't heard of him since. And you're complaining about the field of the LIV golf tournaments? And look at last year's 3M Open field. The strength of field is almost double this year's. And in the tied for second position, there is Charles Schwartzel and Louis Oosthuizen, both who are on the LIV Golf Tour and are disparaged as being washed up by LIV Golf haters. Crazy, isn't it? Let's take a closer look at the Kalamazoo Classic, won by Richie Ramsey. He won 24 points. The strength of field is 18, which is probably equal to a state high school golf tournament. All these guys, except for Eddie Pepperell, Torbjorn Olesen, and the Frenchman Victor Dubuisson, I've never heard of before. And even, for example, Eddie Pepperell is now 600th in the world. Paul Waring, you finished second, and they treat you like you're C-3PO. I am Paul Waring, February 1985. Now let's compare the Kalamazoo Classic this year, when the strength of field was only 18 points, compared to last year, where the strength of field was 44 points. It's less than half. Not only is PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan getting the boot, but if you're DP World Tour CEO Keith Pelly, I suggest you stop buying those fancy Elton John glasses, because you're probably getting booted too. What will the official World Golf Ranking Committee do moving forward with the official World Golf Ranking points that the members of the LIV Golf Tour have taken with them? Because right now, as I pointed out, the fields are incredibly diluted. Do you just recalibrate and restore the strength of field points knowing that these LIV Golf Tour players won't come back? Or do you hold some kind of Hunger Games where the lower ranked players can run at the LIV Golf Tour players and take their golf shoes off, and in their golf shoes they get to take their official World Golf Ranking points? Are we approaching a situation where it's essentially the purge?